Hey world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 33. Today's prompt is describe a typical farm in your world. As always, I've let this inspire something tangential, really close, but not quite the same. I didn't write about typical farms, I wrote about typical Helvan farms in the kingdom of Helva. The reason these are important is because there is a coalition of farmers in the kingdom of Helva who are looking to get their own house. Part of the government of the kingdom of Helva is run by these houses that have to present a document of purpose, and then so long as they go through an audit successfully, they can join sort of the upper echelon of the governing bodies and sort of contribute to the running of the nation. But Helvan Farms are sort of unique because the coalition of farmers has still gotten its way into actually like regulating some of the farmland, as well as pushing funding for research and development of farming. So the Kingdom of Helva is like the first to discover things like crop rotation, selective breeding in livestock, and hygiene improvements in general, and then a number of different like metaworkings to actually improve irrigation methods and systems. And so the Helvan Farms vary a little bit, but not a ton. And thanks to some regulations by the COF, they consistently split their land in about a ratio of 2 parts crop, 3 parts livestock, including like land for grazing. The typical crops, and I'm not going to go into each crop, these are all homebrew crops, but the typical crops grown by a Helvan farmer are fehel, sorte, hajik, and dobas. And usually the crop rotation is fehel slash sorte, then dobas, and then hajik, and then back, restart the year after that. And then for livestock, there's usually one or two choices for your sort of primary source of income as a livestock. The haker or the karba. Haker are these like huge, like colossal. You can think of it kind of like an oxen type, but they have this blue fur that's like not really seen on any other creature. And their hides are very valuable. They don't really sell as meat animals. They're not super butcherable, so they're not raised for slaughter. And then carva are these really small, like medium dog-sized creatures that grow at like exorbitant amounts of hair. And their hair is very soft and often used in sort of luxurious clothing and textiles. So those are two primary money makers. And then there's also an option to have an itimim. An itimim is this weird oblong, semi-transparent blob-like creature that does photosynthesis, and its blood can work as a great fertilizer. But that's what I wrote about today. What are farms like in your world? Thanks for building together.